All right. Any other concerns as you scan the units? Of course, the amount of players leaving for the NFL and the quality of those players, of course, is what it typically is. And defensive line is something that we've discussed a number of times, going from huge strength to question marks, not necessarily a weakness, just a lot of unknowns there. But if you scan the field, what do you see?
You're right. There are some question marks, but they lose 3 starting defensive ends. All of these guys, Sam Hubbard, Jalen Holmes, Tyquan Lewis, they all started, they all rotated with Nick Bosa, who is back. So those 3 are gone. But at defensive end, they also have Chase Young, who's a sophomore, Jonathan Cooper, who is a junior, and they moved over Ja'Shawn Cornell, who's a third-year defensive tackle who came in as a defensive end. All 4 of those guys, the first 3 I mentioned, are all former 5-star guys. And Ja'Shawn Cornell, at one point in his high school recruiting, was the #1 prospect on ESPN's board. So these are 4 talented defensive ends that they're going to rotate, and they'll bring more in the summer with the recruiting class. So these, Nick Bosa will get more snaps, and that's Chase Young, who flashed in limited snaps last year, will go from 25 snaps a game to 50 or 60. Same for Jonathan Cooper. So they're very excited about the potential. They're hungry for the opportunity to play, because this is something, Nick Bosa hated coming off the field last year. And they'll still rotate, but he'll get to play more. And then you throw in a guy like Draymond Jones, a defensive tackle, who could have come out and been a first rounder. He returns, but he can improve his draft on passing downs. Last year, they just sent him after Draymond Jones. They like his ability to pass rush, so they'll keep him in on passing downs. And one of the reasons they moved Cornell outside, as Larry Johnson said last week, they feel really good about their defensive tackles. And now they're bolstering their defensive ends. So, there's so many defensive tackles on this roster, you don't know how half of them are going to play.